As far as the placements, you have three, as you put it, you have three options there: top of the search, and the search, and the product page. Yeah. But you can have combinations of it, like 70% top of the search, 30% search. How do you deal with that? Is it the same way?
Yeah, so you can set totally different placement modifiers for each of the placement based on the performance history of that placement. So you can optimize it, assuming that that's the only placement, but you also need to change the base bid because the modifier is applied on top of the base bid.
Yeah. So the
Yeah.
engineer in me kicks in, and when I see these situations, I say, okay, 70% here, 30% there. So there is no way to slice that whole thing, and that this is what the 70% did. This is what we can't do that, right? We have to take the whole thing as one entity and say, what did this deliver, right?
Well, actually, you can do it by individual placements. You can splice it up, and so let's say if the placements are giving you different performances, you want to see what placement is going to give you the best optimal performance, and then you optimize based on that. And then everything else is either reduced much lower or increased higher, depending on the relative performance of that placement. So it's not trivial. It requires a bit of spreadsheet work, but at least you can start thinking in that direction and not just be random about just placing large modifiers on the top of search, for example. That doesn't always work, especially if you're looking at profitable conversions.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Let's
Yeah.
move on to the next one.
Yeah, so the third point I had for you is basically to do with the health of your auto campaigns. Now, I know that people have mixed feelings about auto campaigns. Some people love it, some people hate it, some people don't know what to do. They're like, I don't know, auto campaigns. But auto campaigns, when set up correctly, can actually give you a pretty good results because Amazon knows a lot about your product, especially when it's stable and it's been around for a bit. It knows a lot of details about your product as well as the types of people who are interested in your product. So they do some sort of profiling so that they know exactly who to show your ads to, so that it's very customized, gives people a nice experience because they're looking for something and they're in the aisle for some sort of product, and your product can be shown if there's a match with their keywords that they're typing in. Now, a lot of times what happens is that the auto campaigns tend to favor your branded searches, which means it's a convenient way for Amazon to make conversions, right? To make money. If let's say someone types Nike running shoes, they might, and that's a bad example actually in this case, but I'm just saying some brand name, replace Nike with anything else that's more popular. So let's say that was the keyword. Now, if you have an auto campaign running, a close match campaign running, what it's going to do is it will try to get you sales by using your own brand name combination. So it could be Nike sports shoes, Nike women's shoes. It'll start to show your auto campaign each time someone types Nike anything, right? And that's cannibalizing because you want to control your spend, and you don't want the entire campaign to be composed of branded searches, which may have come through some other more controlled campaign, or might have happened through an organic conversion.